Welcome to the podcast series, Small Business Survival Conversations. Through our weekly conversations, we hope to provide you with strategies and insights, knowledge and expertise to enlighten you as you work to build and grow your business.
Good morning, business warriors. If you're listening to this podcast, I'm sure you're already ready to go. So I want to start with something right now, something that is sitting in the back of your mind. Maybe it was there when you woke up this morning, or maybe it kept you up last night. That worry that says, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe I need another course, another certification, another strategy. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe everyone else has figured something out that I haven't. Do you hear that voice? Good, because today we are shutting it down. That voice is lying to you because success in business is not about talent. It is not about genius. It is not about connections or education or having the perfect plan. It is about something far less glamorous and far more powerful. It is patience and persistence. That's it. That is the name of the whole game. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like in practice. So today's episode is called The Tao of Success. And you've never heard the word Tao? It simply means the way, the real path, the way things actually work, not the way social media pretends they work. Because here's what the highlight reel doesn't show you. It doesn't show you the 18 months of grinding before the breakthrough. It doesn't show you the failed launches, the ignored emails, the slow months where you questioned everything. It just shows you the win. And when you only see wins, you start to believe you're behind. I'm telling you, you're not behind. You are in it. And being in it, staying in it, is exactly where you need to be. So there is a quote I want you to carry with you today. And this is the way it goes. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Not talent, not genius, not education. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. Omnipotent, all-powerful. I want you to hear that. And now, let me give you two images I want you to hold on to this week. The first image is the hive. If you want the honey, you have to reach out into the hive, and you will get stung. Rejection will sting. A bad month will sting. A client who disappears, a launch that flops, a post that nobody sees. Those sting. But that's reality. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But every time you reach back in anyway, every time you adjust and show up again, you get steadier. And steadiness builds trust. The trust builds reputation. Reputation builds business. The stings are part of the process. They're not a sign that you're failing. They're a sign that you are in the game. And the second image, I want you to think about the water and the rock. As you know, water looks weak. Water looks like nothing against the stone, but drop after drop, day after day, consistent, quiet, relentless repetition, and that water reshapes the rock completely. Just remember, you don't need a viral moment. You don't need a sudden breakthrough. You need to be like the water. Show up consistently, refine monthly, improve every quarter. That is how a startup becomes a stable, thriving business. Now, I need to make one critical distinction here because this is where a lot of new business owners go sideways. A lot of people think that persistent is a stubbornness. No, persistence is not stubbornness. Stubbornness is doing the same broken thing over and over and expecting a different result. That will exhaust you. That will bleed your budget. Don't do that. Persistence is learn, adjust, continue. Your offer isn't converting. That is information. So I want you to adjust it. Your content isn't landing. Well, that is a signal. Change the message. A strategy isn't working. Perfect. Now you know I want you to pivot and keep moving. The Tao of success is patience plus persistence plus the willingness to adapt. All three of them together. That combination is unstoppable. And here is something I really want you to hear, especially if you're in what I call the quiet middle. Revenue coming in, but not exploding. Growth happening, but slowly. You're not failing. You are building. Because results lag behind effort. And that is always the case. The work you put in this week will show up in your business 3 months from now. I want you to trust the lag. All right, let's make this actionable. So 3 things you will start doing today. Action step number 1, I want you to identify your rock. What is the one activity that actually moves your business forward? Not the busy work, not the stuff that feels productive, the real needle mover. Sales conversions, marketing consistency, or maybe customer follow-up, or maybe refining your offer. Just pick one, just one. And I want you to commit to showing up for it every single day this week. No drama, no perfectionism, just repetition over and over again. Action step number 2. I want you to track the work, not just the wins. So this week, I want you to stop obsessing over revenue and results and start tracking effort. How many calls did you make? How many emails did you send? How many follow-ups you completed? How many improvements you have implemented? Because you are in control of the work. The results follow the work. I want you to measure what you can control. And action step number 3, I want you to practice calm continuation. Something will go wrong this week. I'm not being negative here. I'm just being real. And when it does, I want you to pause before you react. I want you to take a breath. And instead of this isn't working, ask what needs adjustment. Then you can keep going. That is business maturity. That is what persistence actually looks like in the real world. Not some dramatic never give up speech, but quiet, intelligent continuation. And now let me leave you with this. The Tao, or the real way, of Success is simple: patience, persistence, adjustment, and you have to repeat it. You don't need to be the most talented. You need to be the most consistent. You don't need to be the loudest. You need to be the steadiest. You don't need to rush. You need to remain. And remember, keep dripping water on the rock because it will move. I'm Anna Steinfest, and this has been Monday Morning Motivation on Small Business Survival Conversations. Now, I want you to go build something great this week. So let's go.
You've been listening to the Small Business Survival Conversation podcast. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show. And don't forget to join us next week for another episode. In the meantime, hook up with us on our Facebook group at Small Business Survival Tools and Tips. Till next time, thank you for listening.